Malice, called the ultimatum. I robbed a grave to get it.
Let's try Kira's lamp.
Each other, maybe?
As
See what we can get from the ghosts.
Where's that noble? Head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
Looks like the Lord didn't poison anyone. He got killed. So our next question is, what happened to the rest of his family? Should we go down before I go up? What was going on down here? A lot of rat cages about.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever like to die of hunger if we leave them there. I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village. Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that? You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you. They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Maybe the rats had diseases in them, and the very stupid peasants let them out. Everyone got infected, and took the disease back with them. Makes a bit of sense to me. Would explain why a lot of them are dead as well. That door's locked. I'll have to find out what happens down there later. Continue to find the rest of the story.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Where else is it a bit lumpy? Oh, we get. Ooh, hello. An item. Wait, no, that's the door. Never mind. How we get? Anything out here? Oh, it's a chest.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
Shit. Well, not any gold in there anymore. Whoever was the proud owner of that sack of gold killed him. I'm too busy taking shit to realise there's actually probably something around about going to kill us. The wee rats. We're on our way upwards. Yep. Nothing in here.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Well, I guess it still is higher.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Well. What's up here?
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Well, we're taking everything. Oh, part 2. Never did like rats, not because of their obscene tales, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They're always listening when a man believes he's talking to himself. And what's worse, they seem to understand. A few days ago, I caught myself talking to one of them, a particularly large black male with a torn off ear. At first I was overcome by panic. Was this the first manifestation of illness? Of course, that was impossible, so I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration, I concluded it was altogether a natural reflex, one even the most learned among us can restrain. The Major's light and observe, I've noticed it looks with great consideration at the cages of its brethren, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none now. I have none besides the black rat, and cannot visible in the extreme, will explain the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution. Observing the ill might throw her into foul humours. The peasants like taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I tried to limit my contact. My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident. But during autopsy I did not uncover any signs of illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which, I must admit, infuriates the scholar in me. But as mentioned previously, I'm not particularly fond of rats. What the heck is this?
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Shit. Someone's willing to talk back to us.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No! They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What happened then?
Fear. Terrible fear. I feared the men who approached, but I also feared the potion, drinking it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid.
Yeah, he probably would have infected it as well.
And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach.
Ah, shit.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village.
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
Yeah, chat and
I
crap.
don't think so.
I don't know anymore.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
Lies.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this!
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wish to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me.
Shit. I don't want to fight this. It would wreck me. That's how much I believe its chances of killing me are.
Damn it, gotta catch them.
Catch what? My experiments continue to results unreliable, blah blah blah. Managed to prove in her little known work the attitude of the treatment of the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers which supplied do not know sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm for the noble work which I do. To success without significant sacrifices. This guy's trying to make a cure. He's killing just about everyone along the way. We'll deal with that weird creature when we get there. For now, I'm going to just keep going upstairs and come see Annabelle in a little while. See if there's anything up here first, you see. Then we can double back and hunt that creature.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Hell was going on here? So those people were just... Guess we're too overcome then. Oh, no we're not. Yeah, then let's go hunt this new creature. Where you gone, Rafe? Where you gone? Maybe it's on the bottom floor. we go deeper still? I lost whatever the heck it was. Boy hunting, where is it gone? Oh shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. A disease-riddled crazy woman. Ah, no. Wow.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Alright. Could they have told us something? The dead man? Nope. Alright. I think we were quite close to killing that girl. I do want to lift her curse, but yeah.